Hey guys, and welcome back to another YouTube video for the last video of today, in which we go through my AFL Fantasy team for round 12 and how they did. It was an 1867 round score for me and a round ranking of 14,025, which means basically diddly squat in these rounds because you don't know how many others, how many people have their buy set up in terms of buys, players on the buy in each week, etc. And an overall ranking now of 74.35. And I thought I'm actually in a decent position given that a lot of people will have guys on the bye week in round 14 and 15. A lot of people are also doing the Jeremy Sharp to Tom Green trade, which I am getting Tom Green in, I can tell you that. But I'm doing it in a different manner in which I'm trying to save Jeremy Sharp, because Jeremy Sharp is going to be crucial in rounds 14 and 15 when people are having to hold another primo or not do upgrades because they have to trade out guys like Darcy Wilson, whereas I'm getting rid of Darcy Wilson on this round because I can hold a Jeremy Sharp because there's also a lot of my primos and rookies are still playing. So that's just my thought behind it. And I think a lot of people will get caught up in what the traders are sort of saying in that. And I think a lot of people will also, so I think a lot of people will regret what they're going to do in the next sort of 7 days. In 7 days time, what they're going to do today with their trades in this week, next week, when they realize that they don't have enough rookies to basically play. So anyway, before we jump into this video, remember to like and subscribe, turn the notification bell on so you know when I upload, and let's get into this recap. So as you can see, 1867, 20.5 million, I'm so behind on that. This is, it's sort of just that type of season for me. I took the day cost 110, and this was because basically I didn't rate Steele. I knew the Bontempelli one I knew his score was also huge as well. At that time, we had him gone, we had Zach Butters gone. We had obviously Jack Crisp gone, and that's why I don't think you guys would have seen that until the Friday recap of the Pies game that I had Jack Crisp. Hayden Young was never going to use it on him, never going to use it on Bonner. I thought about Martin, but that was also, I think, a good choice. Thought I had it on Steele as well. That was probably a good choice not to do that as well. So these were my potential options, these two. And then Gorn, I was like, double ruck, I don't trust that. And then I could have had it on Sam Flanders, but I also didn't trust him. And I'm glad that I also didn't at one point because he was on 15 and was getting strapping on his ankle. So was lucky to get to 113. So in the end, the best case scenario, or 3 points. Like I was never going to put it on Dylan Moore after his 60 or whatever it was. So I burnt 12 points, taking the safe route out because I didn't like any of the captaincy scores. And yeah, I was so glad that I didn't put it on Steele as well, who was on 0 at quarter time against the Eagles. Somehow made it to 96 with 14 tackles. So yeah, I was kind of glad that I did that, as that would have burnt 14 points. So a safe option there, I think, just because we had Bont play, we had Butters play, we'd had my top 3 here. We also didn't have another top ruckman here playing. And my forward line options were Bleak with Isaac Heaney off on the bye. So I think, and Harry Sheasel as well, I didn't want to captain him because he was on the bye as well. And it looks good for him next week as well, given that they'll have no Kobe McKercher, who isn't even training at the moment yet. So that's good. For Sheasel's prospects, I would say. So Nick Dacos 110, he was amazing. Was a little bit annoying that he sort of lost the battle to Bontempelli in the last quarter, but Bontempelli went full beast mode, and yeah, he won of those 3 votes and the win for his side. So he basically single-handedly did it with a 63-point last. So not really worried about that, and still banking 110 Dacos points, given that he was 38% owned in the top, 38% captain in the top 10,000 teams, and I'm pretty sure that might have jumped up to, in terms of taken captaincy score, that might have even jumped up towards that 40-45% range. So I'm not too worried about that. Nick Martin, 97, not too worried about that, to be honest. Some people are saying Ridley's taken his points in the 2 games that Ridley's there. He's still averaged 99.5, which is still top 6-7 in terms of averages. So he's there or thereabouts. And he also had couple of quarters where he did absolutely nothing. So if he picks that up again, and Gold Coast only kicked 7 behinds, I don't think teams are going to consistently kick only 7 behinds against the Bombers. So I think Nick Martin's going to get more points through that, even if it is just he's not actually taking the kick outs, even if it is just him getting points off the kickouts from getting to the marks or just even kicks from short play-ons out of the goal square. That's all that you need from him. Hayden Young, 108, did his job. Rayleigh Bonner, he can go. He's probably out of the side now because they'll probably go Crouch for Bonner and then move Sinclair to half back. I think that's just the real deal now. As he's looked horrendous in the last couple of games. Even Hills looked pretty poor in the last couple of games, but he's not going to get out of the side in the next little bit just because they like him so much. So I think Bonner is the guy that goes, and I am jumping off of him quick smart. Jack Crisp, really liked that play in general just because it wasn't like, I keep on saying, oh, you can't go L3 guys because it's only 3 games. The thing I liked about Crisp, and I've said this countless times, is that it was a direct position change here. And we saw it, and it's contributed to him going from probably a 60s guy to a 105 type of guy. He's jumped 40 odd points. That's how much value he was. And yeah, so I really liked the play there. But I wouldn't be grabbing him now like a lot of people will be because he's going on the bye. You grab guys off the bye. You grab Tom Green. You grab an LDU. You grab a Goulden. You grab a Dunkley. You grab a Chad Warner. Those are 5 guys I'd be grabbing before Jack Crisp just because it is very unlikely that you will have an ability to grab Crisp and guys like that because your buy structure is going to be so heavily weighted to the back end of the buys, not only because they have the better players, but because you usually do the back end of guys and you transfer all of your rookies into primos and then a couple of your underperforming guys like a Riley Bonner, Clayton Oliver, and all those type of underperforming primos or sort of mid-prices almost in a sense, and you transfer them up to primos in round 12, 13. Well, right now to the round 12 guys. Next week to like a Houston, a Clark, who else is on that bye round? I can't even think of anyone. Like a Sarong maybe if you can get up to him. Guys like that, you get to them. Closey needs to go as well. Lockie Whitfield on the bye as well as Harry Sheasel. So we get them back next week, which should basically mean that my backline is 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm pretty sure I'm getting rid of Closey, or if not, if I am holding him, he would be, I think he's in the midfield. But yeah, my back 6 is pretty much set at the moment. And there is a potential that Jack Crisp just moves into the midfield to get like a Jordan Clark next week. There is that chance. Once Jordan Clark's off his bye. So I have thought about that and sort of pre-planned and tried to leave some money in the tank as it's getting tight with money and tried to get Jordan Clark. I wish he hadn't gone 150 and gone like 110 or 120 as then it would be a lot easier as he'd be like 870 or so K, and 870 plus potentially I'm getting like the likes of Tristan Cherry. 870 plus 870 is 1740 plus another rookie is sort of I need around that 1960. And if you think about that, if I have Oliver, Moyle and Closey, if you think about those guys here, we'll just quickly do that. Oliver, so Closey's 579 plus Oliver 759 plus Moyle is at the moment 493. That adds up to 1831. And if you add in the fact that I'm going to need probably another sort of, I'm going to need about 100K in the bank. So just to do what I want to do. So hopefully I'm going to probably need 1980, which is about 150 on top of the 1831 that Oliver, Closey and then Moyle is currently. The hope is that then Moyle can put up a big game against St Kilda. If he can do that and get another sort of 50, 60K, that'll be amazing, as that'll get me, if he can make another 60K, that'll get me to 1891. And with the 100K or so that I hopefully have in the bank, let me just double check that. Hopefully it doesn't spring out. Currently 43K in the bank, so yeah, that's why it's so, with the moves that I have currently, that's why I really want to Moyle to have a really good game so I can get Jordan Clark and also get Tristan Cherry also in next week alongside another rookie, which would mean that I need sort of Clayton Oliver to go a big game against Collingwood, like 100 or something, and that would be good. Or Closey to go above that 79 break even, but it doesn't look like he's going to at the moment. So yeah, it is kind of struggle street just to get the moves that I really want to get in. I do want to get in Clark. I do want to get in Cherry, as that would be 2 primos from basically 2 rookies and an underpriced primo, and getting into top of the line guys would be huge. And that's why I wish I had that sort of an extra sort of 30, 40k from if Chloe hadn't had a bad game and Jordan Clark hadn't had a good game. That would have been a lot better and a lot easier, but you can't have that. But at 74, he sucked for the game. He just got tagged out of it from, what was it? Was it Hewitt or someone? Kennedy? Someone went to him and he just got tagged out of the game. Jack Steele, we said, basically had one back quarter. Bunton Pelly, 159. He was absolutely immense in the last. Clayton Ovler, 86. Wish he had scored like another 10. Jeremy Sharp, 80. He's going to be crucial in round 14 and 15 when people don't have enough slots there because both O'Sullivan and McAuliffe are going to be on the bye rounds then, as well as Will Graham if you still have him by then, as well as Darcy Wilson. All of the good rookies are going to be on the bye. Closey as well, going to be on the bye. So that's why he's going to be crucial. Will Graham, 43, he sucked. Yeah, nothing much you can do about that. Had a 0-point quarter in there as well, was on 9 points at half time. Lockie Sullivan could have probably added another little bit, but then again, he's still getting cash, which is good. 52 is sort of annoying. Kane McAuliffe as well, getting a little bit more cash, and so that's good as well. He can be combined probably alongside of Sullivan, as well as potentially another Primo in the round 15 bye and get to potentially 2 Primos. I don't know exactly though, so yeah, he'll be all right. They'll be going all right. And then Manor Powell as well, I held him just because he'll be crucial in round 14 and 15 just to get the men on the field. Max Gawn, 122, he was huge. And then Moyle, 76, would have rathered a little bit more scoring from him, but another 80 from him should generate some more cash, which should help towards getting Clark and also Cherry. And I'm pretty sure that I need to just check that Cherry's price is right. 849k, oh, that's a lot better. And then Clark's price is 891. So if Cherry doesn't go up, which I just need to check what is his 97 break even. If he scores like 100, he'll go up to like 850k, 860k. So 860 play minus 860 minus 890. 141. So yeah, I do kind of need Ned Moyle to make like 60k or Closey and Oliver to make a little bit more money. So hopefully they can do that. I don't think it's going to be tight, but I may need to so there are some things I need to probably do, but hopefully I can make them work. And just, yeah, get a team together. I mean, I'm just sort of messing around at this point with Fantasy, but anyway, I keep on talking about it. Should just get through this video. Flanders 113 was pretty good after that ankle roll. Moore 132. He was amazing with 5 goals. Could have even kicked another, but decided to pass it off to the likes of Gunston in his 250th, was it? McRae at 97 took 2 goals to get there, but still happy that he got to 97. Jackson 100, pretty good. Heaney was used as the loop for Dacos, with Darcy Wilson looped on the bench for 59, and then Fraser 65. So my forward line actually was probably my best line in general, to be honest, alongside my ruck line that produced a score of 198. And then, I mean, my back line wasn't too bad as well. It was just my midfield, 74, 96, 159, 86, 80, 43, 52, and 56. That is a really poor middle set there, and they contributed. Out of the 4 drop scores, they contributed 1, 2, and I believe they contributed 3 drop scores in there. But yeah, 3 of the drop scores were from the midfield and only 1 ton from the midfield, when there was 3 tons in the forward line and 3 tons in the back line and almost a 4th ton in the back line. So yeah, really poor scoring from the midfield, which sucked. But anyway, a pretty good round, and I feel like I'm better set up than most for the back end of the bye round. So watch me somehow lose rank in the back end of the bye rounds. And yeah, hopefully I come out of the bye rounds around 6,000 ranking, 5,500 or so. But yeah, anyway, that is the video there, and I'll see you guys in the tomorrow's videos for the cash cows and the trade targets video. So I'll see you guys in that video. Bye guys.